Hey everybody, Motorpilot59 here. I live in Bakersfield, California. And in Bakersfield, California, in the summertime, it gets hot. It always gets hot in the summer in Bakersfield, California. I get so sick of hearing people say, oh man, it's gonna be a bad summer. It's gonna be hot this summer. It's hot every summer. Every summer. We have many days of triple-digit temperatures. This year, it hasn't been any hotter than it ever gets in Bakersfield. We've set no records in temperatures. What we are on the verge of right now is setting a record for temperatures of consecutive days of temperatures over 100 degrees. We haven't reached that record yet, but I think we will if the forecast holds out. They are having record high temperatures in places like Seattle and Portland, and for those of you in those cities who denounced the violence and the rioting that went on in those two cities last year, I feel for you. I know that when it gets hot, especially when you're not used to it, it can suck. For all you rioters, for the governments of those two cities who allowed all that to happen, good. I hope you're miserable. I hope you're sweaty, and I hope you hate life right now, because that's what you deserve. But anyway, getting back to the point, the media are playing this up as climate change. This is all due to climate change. No, it's not. No, it isn't. It is not unusual to have heat waves anywhere. It doesn't matter. They had record heat waves in New York back in the 70s, and people were dying. Washington, D.C. in the 90s, people were dying. San Francisco, people crying their eyes out because it was 90 degrees. And I realized that back east, when it gets hot, you have the humidity back there, so the heat and the humidity together become really uncomfortable, and your heat index might be 105 or 110, but out here it is 105 or 110. The index is irrelevant. We don't have much humidity out here, and that's cool, but we do have heat. And it's like an oven sometimes. It's really hot. Sometimes when you walk outside, it's a physical presence. It's just the way it is. You just have to deal with it. I don't like it. I'm acclimated to it. I can go out and do my yard work at 105 degree temperature. I can go ride the Harley in that kind of temperature, and I don't like it, but I can do it. It doesn't have anything to do with climate change. This is about having a heat wave in the western United States. It's already mellowed out up north, and now here in Bakersfield, in the Central Valley, the whole Central Valley from Redding all the way down to Bakersfield, it's always hot. It has nothing to do with climate change. So if you're one of these people that's reading all this stuff, especially if you don't live around here, especially if you hear all these wonderful things about the dreary weather and rain and how it's always raining in Portland and Seattle, and it's all of a sudden it's not doing that, don't listen to the media. It's not climate change. It's just a regional heat wave, and it'll pass. And next summer, it'll probably just be your average summer in Seattle and Portland again, and it's going to be hot as hell in Bakersfield, just like it always is. So stop with the whole climate change, it's hot, oh, blah, 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 because it's just a bunch of hogwash. Stop listening to the media. Start listening to the weather people, because they'll tell you it's a heat wave. It'll pass. Portland, Seattle, all these, San Francisco, San Jose, all these towns that don't usually get hot. Well, you got hot this year. You'll be all right. You'll live. You'll be just fine, and next year your summer's probably going to be pretty much like it always was. And if it's not, if you have another heat wave, you have another heat wave. But it's not because of climate change, because of climate change, your winters would be hot too, but they're not. They're just like they always are. All right, what do you think? What do you think about all these regional heat waves? Do you think it's climate change, or do you think they're all full of hot water? I cracked myself up. Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpilot59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. I'll see you all later.